Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here, please consider subscribing, and today I'm gonna take you on a journey with me to show you my fragrance samples and to clean my fragrance sample stash. Mind you, I don't have a lot because I do clean my fragrance sample stash like every 2 months. So I'm gonna show you what I have at the moment, and those samples that I do not like because they have notes that I do not wear or I do not enjoy, I give them to my family usually. So I'm gonna start with this box. This is a little um, yellow box from Acqua di Parma, and this is the box that has this blotter things that I've got out of like Amazon. I got them in bulk. I don't know how many are them here, like a lot of them. So I have just various sizes and various shapes, and also along here with this with the blotters I have these packets, and this is the most uncomfortable and the most like weird way to sample a fragrance. This is basically this fragrance drenched in a fragrance sort of kind of napkin. This is it. I just opened it up just before starting a video and it's kind of already dry. I opened up this one. It smells absolutely divine, but I do think it's kind of a weird way to sample a fragrance. You're supposed to wipe your hands with it or maybe your décolletage with it, but I really prefer just a normal sample, just a normal spray or maybe splash, but not this one. I have quite a lot of them because I got them as gifts with purchases when we were in France on the fragrance factories. So whenever we were buying something, they would just give us these samples. I'm gonna just show you several. This is the Water of a Seductor. This is the Belle d'Arles, the beautiful lady of the Arles. This is the guy that travels, the traveler. So, and this is my pepper, my black pepper. I mean, those are those packets, and how I use them, I just open them up and I put them on a plate, on a ceramic plate, and it dries down at on the ceramic plate, so that I don't put them on wood because it does have a little bit of alcohol inside, so it wouldn't ruin wood or any other surface. So just put them on a ceramic plate and it's gonna be fine. So yeah, and it's gonna also act as this kind of air freshener. So this is the only way I use them. I do think that they are quite useless, to say the least. And so this is my main stash where I store my fragrance samples. Mind you, they're not a lot. I'm gonna put the picture somewhere here. So these are my samples. I'm gonna show them to you. I'm not sure if you can see them. I really hope you can. So I have some samples here. We're gonna start with those. This is the new samples of, like, not the new, but like the line of Sicily. They have taken their old line out of production and they kind of renew it, and they have this waters, the water of Hubert, the water of Icar, and all of these kind of waters. They kind of have the same bottle as they used to have. It's just that they changed the name a little bit. This is Aria. I actually like Aria quite a bit. This is Elia, and this is Isa or Isa. So I have these samples that are quite nice. I actually quite like them. So next I have a sample kit. that I have actually got on the official website of Parfum de Marly, and this is the kit. It goes like that. I have here, what do I have here? I have Oriana, I have Safanad, Meliora Cassili, Atalia, and I have also Valaya, and I used to have some other, I do not remember. If you would like to hear my opinion on these fragrances, just let me know. I'm gonna make such a video. So we are kind of almost done. No, I'm kidding, not yet, but not much left. So I have these samples that I'm going to show you now. The majority of the samples I actually got during the Exans exhibition of fragrances, niche fragrances in Milan in 2023 April. So this is the Calais Fragranze d'Attore and Allegro con Brio. I did have a lot more samples. I remember that I walked out of the, after just one day, I walked out with 3 big bags, like one cotton bag and actually two paper bags filled with samples and brochures and this kind of promotional materials that they would give out. And probably 90% of samples I gave away because it's just not my cup of tea, and I wasn't gonna store samples that I'm not gonna use. So these are the samples that actually I like them, and maybe sometimes I'm gonna even use them. Sometimes I do feature them in the video. So this is a very good one. This is Laboratorio Olfattivo. I loved this sample, and this is Limone, and this is by Jean-Claude Elena, and this is the line that they call like a voyage in Italy, like a travel through Italy. So, and this is absolutely beautiful. It has Italian lemon, ginger, orange leaf, and white musk. Beautiful fragrance, just like I like it. Very lemony, very zesty, very unisexy. I just really love this sample. It's a very good. It's very strong green zesty fragrance. How I use my samples. I do not baby my samples. If I have a sample, I'm determined to use it up. So basically, I'm a novice sprayer, right? So I spray a lot of fragrance. If I'm going out, I'm just gonna take one sample with me. I'm gonna spray on myself before I'm going out, and I'm gonna take this sample with me, and I'm gonna put it in my pocket, and by the end of the night I'm gonna use it up. So that's how I do it. This one is good, very good. This is Milano Fragranze Panettone. I like this fragrance, and I'm gonna be using it during this Christmas time. It does smell like panettone. It has bitter orange, mandarin, ginger, carrot seeds, davana, rum essence, um, what else? Vanilla, and yeah, you know, it smells like panettone. If you do not know what the panettone is, it's a traditional Christmas cake in Italy, and it's also it can be different in different shapes. Well, usually the shape is like a dome, but sometimes they make it a bit lower or a bit higher, and sometimes they use dry fruits, sometimes they don't, but the classic is with the dry fruits, obviously. So I have 2 samples of Parfum de Rosine. I used to have more, but I have 2 of them. I have Le Magnolia de Rosine, and I have the Zest de Rose. So I have 2 of the samples, and yeah, they are nice. It's a good take on a rose. For me, as a rose non-lover, I do not love rose. Those are the nice fragrances. I prefer the zest of rose. It's more zesty, it's more green. The magnolia is already a bit more heavy, a bit more like rose prominent. I don't enjoy it as much as the zesty one, but still it is a good fragrance. Still it is a very, very nice fragrance. I'm just gonna read you, and by the way, this is kind of, this is a nice sample, right? It's nice and beautiful. Here you have all the notes, but here is just white plain, nothing special. So Le Magnolia de Rosine has citrus essence, blackcurrant, freesia, magnolia, rose essence, peony, lily of the valley, and white musk. For some reason, it's much more heady, it's much more heavy than the zest of rose. So next one is Rue du Soleil, and this is by Rancet, and I actually had such a beautiful, interesting time at the stand of Rancet at the exhibition. I really loved it. The two ladies that were there, they're so nice and so accommodating, and they gave me samples, they chat with me about the brand. It's just so beautiful. So this is a nice, very nice scent. It has citrus and green and aromatic notes. I used to have several of those samples, and they are very good. So I have two samples by Montal. Amore Cafe, by the way, I just made a video on this one. If you haven't seen it, just go ahead and watch it. And I have Montal, no, yes, I do have a Montal. Obviously, this is not Montal, this is Mancera, I'm sorry. And Montal is the Pure Love that I have. The Pure Love sample. If you wanna hear what I have to say, then just leave me the comment down below. And here I have this Miglior Berthaud, and this is the green, green, and green. And it's not that I'm saying it's like that. It's actually the name of the fragrance. Green, green, and green. So, and it's very, very green, basically. And it's also kind of plain white. It doesn't say the notes. I do love samples that say what kind of notes we can find. So next one is, this one is very beautiful, and the stand of this brand was very beautiful. I remember this is Cetrella by Lucertola Blu Capri. This is a beautiful, beautiful scent. It has marine notes, the freshness of citruses, and well, it's very nice. It says that this is the citrus and sea note and aromatic fragrance, and it is really, really good. It's really, really good. I actually have used it for testing, and I was having like considering to get this fragrance for myself because I loved it. So I have a sample by Maison Tahiti. I really loved the stand. The stand was very beautiful. I love the sample. The presentation is amazing. This one in particular is a velvet coffee. I'm not a big fan of this particular coffee scent, I have to say. It is not bad. It's just not my type of coffee. Yeah, it's like, it's like citrusy and coffee-y, and I don't know. No, it has the cacao absolute. It has cardamom, benzoin, cedar, coffee, iris, carrot, sandalwood, oak moss, vetiver, patchouli, vanilla, and ambroxan. It has so many notes that kind of For me, they're kind of clashing, but I just can't get rid of the sample because I like the aesthetics of it. It's beautiful. So the next one is Holy. It's a Holy Narrowly, and for some reason I don't have its home. I don't know where it is, but I do have a sample of Holy Narrowly that I made a video of. If you didn't see it, please go and see it. So this is the first spring by Bergholz. Is it Bergholz? Birkholz, I'm sorry, Birkholz. And this is absolutely a beautiful fragrance. I used to have several samples of this brand. Beautiful, very nicely done, and the bottles are just amazing. And I have here the peach, lemon, apple blossom, jasmine freesia, cedarwood, sandalwood, and musk. Very nice fragrance, and it really does smell like spring. I have four more samples, and that's it. So this one is very good, Jacques Fass, and this is the green water by Jacques Fass, and it really smells like green water, people. Just very nice and very fresh, a beautiful scent. And this one is Nuit Charnel and by Jupilo Roma, and we have here green notes, oud, petitgrain, tuberose, salty notes, jasmine, patchouli, white musks, amber, woods. Other two samples that I have, I'm gonna start with this one. This is the Essie Strikes the Notes, and this, oh my gosh, I don't see the notes. I do remember, and this is called Sophia, and the fragrances are very nice, and they're very potent. They're very protection. They're very strong. I like them. They have a beautiful, nice bottle. They have a sprayer, so nicely, very nicely done. And I do remember that the presentation was very beautiful. The display of the fragrances was very nice. So I enjoyed my time at the counter of this brand. And the last one was actually given to me. I believe it was the last, or like almost the last sample that they had. This was the day of the launch of the fragrance by Houbigant Paris, and this is the Pivot Sovereign. This is a peony fragrance, but for me this is more rose fragrance than it is peony. It is still a good fragrance. I just was expecting a bit more peony, but it's like rose heavy for me, but it is not bad. It is actually not bad, so that's why I'm keeping it. So yeah, we are done with the samples, but I do have some samples left to show you. I have this Maison Francis Courkidjan sample set, and this is the sample set. This is the Vestiaire Olfactif for women, and those are all brand new. I just opened it up. It's just that they have never been used. I have this Amiris à la Rose 724, Gentle Fruity Gold and Silver, and Petit Matin, Grand Soir, and Baccarat Rouge 540. I'm not a huge fan of Baccarat Rouge 540. I do prefer Baccarat Rouge 540, another version like this extract version, which is in my opinion better. And I also have this Penhaligon's. This is the Penhaligon's box, which is I absolutely love, and I had this portrait scent library. I had it inside, but I have finished it, and now I have Maison Francis Courkidjan samples inside, so I'm gonna show you those also. So what do I have here? I have here this à la rose. No, this is Le à la Rose. This is the Baccarat. No, it's not the Baccarat Rouge. This is Amiris. Wait, I have to turn it down. This is Amiris Femme. This one is Aqua Celestia Cologne Forte. This is the Aqua Universalis Color Forte, and I also have Aqua Celestia Color Forte, Aqua Universalis Color Forte again, and other is Aqua Universalis Color Forte again. Yeah, I do have like 2 or 3 samples of the same scent. Gentle Fruity Silver, Petit Matin. I have the Grand Soir. It's the only one that I don't have to read the name because the liquid is different. It has a different shade, as well as this one. It has slightly different shade to it. This is Oud Satin Mood, and this one is Gentle Fruity. Gentle Fruity, I believe, gold. It is gold, and this is Aquavita. So I mean, these are all the samples. So yeah, I have tried all the fragrances that this brand has to offer, and I quite like the brand. I like their approach, that they give you the opportunity to sample their scents before committing and buying, because the scents are not cheap. So this is a huge plus for me. And this is the last box where I have some of my samples, and these samples, they just happen to be of three brands, yeah. And I am quite disappointed with one of the brands, but not of their fragrances, but of the fact that I cannot find them. The one sample that came down doesn't matter, because I have 5 samples here, and these 5 samples are of 2 fragrances only. So this is the Filter Ceylon, and this is Jasmine Angelique. So these 5 fragrances are Jasmine Angelique and Filter Ceylon, and one that is down there on the floor is Filter Ceylon as well. And this is by Atelier Cologne brand, and I love this brand. I do not love the fragrances that they are not very potent, they're not very projecting, they're quite weak, but the scents are very good. So these were the 2 scents that I was planning on buying, the Angelique Jasmine and this Filter Ceylon, which is a tea fragrance and kind of a bit smoked, a bit greener jasmine. Those were the fragrances that I wanted to buy. So that's why I actually left the samples for me to try them on and to wear them. And then all of a sudden, this brand doesn't sell their items online. They don't ship it outside France, and and I really love to buy them online, so I can't get these fragrances anymore, unfortunately. So and I have these samples of 2 other brands. One brand is the BDK. I have here Villa Neroli. I have the, what are you, Passoir, which was very good. I loved it. I also like the approach of BDK, that they allow you to pick and choose the samples on their website, which is very good. And a Celle d'Argent, which is also very nice fragrance. I also have Citrus Riviera here, which is a very nice fragrance as well. And yeah, I don't have any other. No, one more BDK, which is Gris Charnel, obviously. So, and I have 2 other brands, and 2 other brands being Memoirs, which is the English brand, and then Swiss brand, which is called La Donnée. La Donnée, I have here Elenia White and Elenia Silver, I believe. No, Azure. Elenia Azure and Elenia White. I was very surprised, and I was pleased to talk to the lady that actually established the brand. She also gave me some samples of her fragrances on the Exans exhibition in Milan, and it was such a nice it was a pleasure to talk to people that love fragrances. That one was the BDK that came out um, and fell on the floor again. So, and I do have several samples, well, of memoirs. I have two samples of memoirs. I have Patientia, and this one is Castitas. And these are the samples of the brand that I also liked. And I actually met Holly, that is the founder of the brand, and I loved the fragrances. I absolutely loved the bottles of memoirs. So, and I actually I sent her the message on Instagram because she gave me the set of samples to try. So I went out and I wrote her the message saying that, well, I tried them and I like this one and this one and that one. And yeah, so we had a little bit of interaction. I'm gonna post a picture, just insert a picture here of all of my samples. As you can see, I don't have a lot, and now that I see what kind of samples I'm gonna get rid, I probably will gonna just go ahead and get rid of the Maison Tahiti, which I don't really use. Probably gonna go ahead and get rid of rosine fragrances, this rose fragrances. Well, as much as they are light and not invasive rose fragrances, they're still rose fragrances, right? I don't like them as much. And yeah, pretty much all the rest of them I can manage. I can use them. So if you want me to make a review maybe on fragrances by Parfum de Marly, I can do that. Or if you want me to make some express review, like maybe top 10 fragrances of my sample stash, I can do that as well. Yeah, and if you're interested in any of the samples that I showed you, and if you want me to describe it a bit more, then just let me know. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks for your attention, and I'm gonna see you next. What is gonna be next Sunday, next Wednesday? I don't know. I'm gonna see you next week. Bye.